Hello, everyone. My name is Jacob Fortin. I'm the host of this podcast, Doers Within Emerging Markets. And I just want to share my experience with using Anchor so far. When the pandemic started, I thought about starting a podcast, and the whole idea was to bring in some really amazing folks that are doing some great work in their respective industries within the emerging markets. And the Anchor platform really helped me get the word out there and also just make it a lot easier for me to invite the guest and just share the amazing experiences they've had and the amazing work they're doing in their respective industries within the emerging markets. So it's pretty fun. You don't even worry about the technical part of making a podcast. You actually just focus more on the content. And Anchor has done it really well for me. So I will highly encourage anybody who is trying to start a podcast to try to use. Just check out Anchor, and I think you won't regret it. I'm not a technical person, but if you listen to these episodes that I've been publishing so far, it seems like I know what the technical part of it, but Anchor helps you take care of the technical part, and you just focus on the content. So feel free to check it out. I highly encourage you. Won't regret it, and it's right there. You don't pay anything. So in times like this, I think starting a podcast and getting the word out there, irrespective of what you're doing, will be a really great experience. So thank you guys for listening to my episodes. Please check out Anchor, and you will have a great time. So cheers, guys, and see you guys next episode. Thanks. If you don't tell them, then you get the record.
No, it's okay for me. Only my English is not so good. So
no, this is fine. It's okay. It's okay. I think I'm actually very grateful that you can actually speak not in Spanish. For your patience. So yeah. So just to again talk about what Martin expressed here. The goal was to find a company like Edifica and actually understand the process of how you guys, if I came about as a company, and how those different subsidiaries, if I can call it like that, have kind of evolved, and kind of like the next big thing that you guys are thinking about. But the whole premise of this independent study is to understand the thought process and see how probably the same innovative approach you guys have used to build this company can be used by entrepreneurs in other emerging markets.
Okay.
And so Martin told me, and please feel free to take the subject anywhere you want to go.
Okay.
Because I think my information might be a lot limited. You have more information about it. But I think I was very excited about core capital. I think that's
about core capital.
Yeah. Sorry. Net invest.
Net distribution.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm really. She knows me.
Ya se dio la vuelta a toda la oficina con cafecito.
A esta hora probó con cafecito. This is the time for the coffee. ¿Puedes juntar, por favor? No cerrar completamente, no, pero un poquito. De acuerdo.
Sorry, I think net
investments.
Yeah, it came from core capital, right?
No, not exactly.
Okay.
Not exactly. Well, I don't know if you want to talk about Edifica, the beginning of Edifica,
okay.
or you want to focus the meeting in net investments.
Okay, so you can start with like yourself, where you came about, like your background.
Okay.
I want to get a full context.
Okay.
How you got involved?
Let me get you in the full context.
Yes, exactly.
Well, it all starts at university.
Okay.
We studied, Martin and I studied in the same university, in the same career. We studied industrial engineering.
Okay.
In the university, in the Catholic University of Peru.
Okay. I think it's a good school. It's a really good school.
Yeah, it's a good one here. And we went for industrial engineering, and Jorge Ruiz and Juan Carlos Tazara, the other two owners of all Edifica, also studied there.
Okay.
So the four of us became friends at this university. Católica. We all studied engineering. Martin and I industrial engineering, and Jorge and Juan Carlos is civil or construction engineering.
Okay.
So at the end of our journey at the university of our studies,
Yes.
we got together to start a magazine.
Okay.
Why a magazine? Because we here in summer in Lima, a lot of people from Lima go to the beach in the south part to the beaches that are in the south of Lima.
Okay.
And we all of us went there since we were little, and we saw that there was a important economic and commercial growth in those places.
Yes, yes.
And the people that goes there is still right now, still now at this moment.
Yeah.
Are the people that have more expensive acquisition power.
Acquisition power, purchasing power too.
Purchasing power.
Yeah.
So we saw that because of this purchasing power of these people that has a house in the beach and can go in summer, that market will be very interesting for the companies to announce their products and their campaigns, publicity, right?
Exactly.
So at that moment, it felt like a good opportunity, business opportunity, because we knew that market.
Yes.
We knew that market was growing.
Yes.
We knew that because not everyone has the opportunity to buy or own or rent a house, another house from the one they have in Lima, this would be a perfect filter for the market of people that has power purchasing power.
Yes, yes.
So I talked this idea to Juan Carlos and to Martin and Jorge, and they all felt very excited about this opportunity. They felt like if we distribute that magazine to these people, we were talking about around 5,000 houses. A lot of advertisers will be interested in invest with us.
Exactly.
So that was 2004, 2003, 2004.
Yeah.
And we start publishing this magazine in 2004.
Okay.
Almost 15 years ago. 15 years ago. We were just finishing our university.
Like undergrad.
Yeah, the undergraduate
that's
university.
good.
Yeah, we were 23, 24.
Yeah, that's pretty young to build that. And
So
this Azur, is it?
Asia Sur. It's because south is south in Spanish,
Oh, okay.
and that district is Asia, like the continent.
Yes.
Like the continent Asia. So that district where all of these houses, the more exclusive houses of these beach houses are in the south of Lima, the district is Asia.
Okay.
And this district is in the south of Lima.
Oh, okay.
So that's why we called the magazine Asia Sur, that in English will be South Asia.
Yeah. So is it mean because there are Asians there?
No. It's the name of the district.
It's just called this. Okay,
It's the name of the district. And there is a lot of people. All people there is from Lima. So
Lima. Okay.
no Asians.
Okay. No, it's okay. Okay. That makes perfect sense.
So we started that magazine.
Yeah.
We still run that magazine.
Yes.
We still have it in the market. It's the number one magazine in summer.
Oh, nice.
We have like around 10 issues per summer, and still is a good place to advertise in summer. Even though the magazines, as you know, the technology and have changed things a lot. Right now, people are more into digital, but still there is a place for magazines. This is a free magazine that we deliver it free to the owners of the houses. Okay. Then that was 2004. In 2006, 2 years later, we decided to start this development company. No, this construction and development company. Edifica.
Okay.
The same four partners. In between, Martin went to study to Stanford.
Yes.
He made an MBA in Stanford in those years, around 2006. I was working in other places, so I I had these startups in parallel with another. I worked in a department store at that time.
Okay.
But these two guys that were civils engineering. You know civil engineering?
Yes, civil engineering, like the roads and
exactly.
Yeah.
They wanted to start this development, this developer company. Okay. And they started Edifica. They started in 2006. In 2008, Martin came from California, from Stanford. I quit my job in this department store, and we all got together to be present in this company.
Yes.
We started with buildings, small buildings, four floors, 4 to 5, 6 floors, 8, 10, 12 departments per building. But then we start growing, and at that time, around 2008, 2009, the economy in Peru was growing very fast. Peru was coming from very bad years in its economy and politics. We had terrorism in the 80s and in the 90s. So at the beginning of the 2005 to 2010, at that years, the Peruvian economy was gaining all these bad years, was like recovering, was recovering for all those bad years.
Yes.
So we saw that opportunity, that the price of the properties were increasing more than 5 to 10% each year. So we knew that we had an opportunity. So at that moment, one of us, Juan Carlos, that is I think he has the personality, the more aggressive personality. He said to us, let's find investors and let's step on the accelerator. We know how to make buildings, sell them, buy properties, make buildings and sell them, develop the project, but we don't have too much money. So, but there is an opportunity in the market right now.
Exactly.
So after 2 to 3 projects we did, we start looking for investors to lend us money. We paid at that moment 20% a year for that money. That it's a lot. 20%, a fixed rate of 20%.
Wow.
But the business was growing so fast that we were still making money, even though paying 20% for. And with that conviction, we started to take money from investors. At that moment, Martin, who came from Stanford and has a more financial background, started to lead these investment opportunities. And 2 years later, in 2010, we were making buildings for higher than 10 floors, 12 floors, more than 60, 70, 80 departments per building. So we started to grow. And at that moment, I personally felt like we were taking too much risks. And I decided to sell my share in the company. 2010. Okay, and I decided to stay with the magazine. And to sell my share of the developer Edifica. Okay, because I felt that we were taking too much risk. We were receiving too much investments from people, and at that moment we were still a startup. We didn't have managers. We were the only managers, and we only have we were all the decisions were taken by us with not too much
like check and balance.
Check and balance, exactly.
Yeah.
It was more what we thought, and not like a real study, and we didn't like plan or make strategies in advance. We were like taking opportunities. So because I had some personal events in my life, my father passed away. Well, I don't know. I decided to step back in the risk and sell my share. I stayed with magazine. In 2012, we started another publicity company. An out-of-home company, billboards. That is called Street Media.
Street Media, yes.
Yes, it's still part of the group. I started that company with other two partners, outside partners, with the same partners here. Juan Carlos, Jorge, and Martin. But two more partners that are specialized in that business.
Yes.
So Street Media started in 2012. I was 100% in the magazine since end of 2010. 2012, I started this Street Media company. But in 2013, Martin, like I said, was leading all the financing and investment vehicles that we had to invest in. So what happened there was that Martin make an alliance with a SAFI, with a company that administrates funds. We call it here SAFI. It's a company that have the license to administrate funds, to run funds. So we make an alliance with one SAFI, this company that was called Popular SAFI, and we with this alliance we made our first fund. But Edifica in 2013 launched. It's the first fund that was a more controlled vehicle of investment to invest in Edifica and its projects. Before that, it was money to the owners, and the owners doing whatever they want with that money. Exactly. They invested well, but it was not like a formal fund supervised by all these institutions So, and it's a good story that when Juan Carlos, like I told you, is the most aggressive and with more curiosity of the owners. When he had his master degree he studied in Central America in CAE, his MBA. Those executive MBAs that you go for a week, he met in the airplane. And it was a fellow student of him, Aldo, that is now you already know, you met him. Aldo, he met him, and he told him, we are having a lot of investors and more money, and we need a vehicle to get more, to go through, to pass just friends and family. We want to get investors all around, not just friends and family, because of the money, the dimensions that we need in the future. And Aldo was the general manager of this Popular SAFI. So the opportunity to work with this Popular SAFI was there in that airplane, in that MBA.
Wow.
So Juan Carlos thought that it was a good vehicle for our investors to invest, feeling more secure, and also with a more secure investment vehicle, you can also pay less interest rate. Interest rate. So in 2014, we launched our first fund. Also in 2014, and also because we around that time, Edifica started to have an external directory.
External directory.
One of the things that the director said is the business of construction is totally different than the business of development. So why don't you start looking at them as different companies with different strategies, different managing? And in that year also, 2013, beginning of 2014, they split the companies between Productiva, that is the construction company, and Edifica. So 2013 was a very interesting year because in that year we launched the first fund that was this formal vehicle of investment, and also split the development company from the construction company. I was in advertisement. I was in the street and me myself, but that was happening here. In 2015, the business the magazine business started to lose market, to lose growth, to lose sales.
Okay, the housing market was crashing.
The market was crashing. It was crashing before, but you know, here in South America or Latin America, things are slower. We knew that technology and the people who looked for social entertainment were in Facebook or in Instagram or in other social media, digitalization stuff. So, but I think that the worst year for us was 2015.
Okay.
So at the end of the end of the summer of 2015, here March, April 2015, I talked with my partners, and I said to them, listen, I can't stay here in this magazine because this magazine is going down.
Yes.
And what we need is to lower our costs and stay with the market demand, no, and make our most efficient planning with our costs. And in that most efficient planning of our costs, I can't be there as a general manager. I am a father of 4.
Yeah.
Wow. So at that moment I was father of 2, I think. 2 or 3, no 3. But I said to my partners, and they agree with them that I had to look another place. So I started looking opportunities in the market. That was 2015, and I have a very close friend of mine that is also an entrepreneur. I will tell you a quick story of him. This guy worked with me in a department store.
Okay.
He was the buyer of Quicksilver, you know, this surf brand. Quicksilver and Roxy and DC shoes.
Okay.
This action sports brand, surfwear or action sports brand. He was the buyer, and he buy directly to the US, to a headquarters, but with a rep. He was a Peruvian that was a rep, but this rep didn't have an operation here. He only was like a seller.
Okay.
And he gained a commission of all this buying directly.
Yes.
But Quicksilver International, because Peru was growing, said to this rep, listen, you have to start a business, put your stores, start buying, importing and selling, distribution. And so this rep was very close friend with this friend of mine that was a buyer, like me, like I was a buyer in that department store, and told him, help me. And in this help, long story short, they became partners. They started this business, and now they have the distribution for Quicksilver, Roxy and DC shoes for Peru. But they also have gained Fox. There is another brand. Fox, it's more for cycling and motorcycles. And also for Wrangler and Lee jeans.
Okay.
Wrangler and Lee. You know the jeans.
The jeans.
The jeans. Lee and Wrangler. So now this guy is it operates brands, these action sportswear and these jeanswear brands for Peru and Wrangler Lee. Well, at this moment he's gaining the representation for Chile as well.
Okay.
So he started with one store in one shopping mall. At that time, that was around 2008, more or less. At the time that I went out of the department store, he gained that business, and now he sells around $30 million a year.
Wow.
And this has more around 30 stores, more or less. And he sells in all the department stores all around Peru, these brands.
Okay.
But he's a very close friend of mine from high school as well, and he told me, why don't we start a business of a logistic operator, okay, for fashion brands.
Okay.
So this logistic operator,
logistics like operation.
This logistic operator will give me as a client, as a customer, all the support in importing, receiving the goods, distributing the goods, and receiving the goods in a logistic operation is not that simple. You have to allocate you have to allocate the goods with a system and in a way that when you then distribute, you make it faster, because in campaigns or you need to be quick and efficient. So the best way to be quick and efficient is not how you make the picking of the goods, is more how you store them. So all the storing,
like the inventory.
That how you store the inventory is key. If you store in a very efficient way, the goods that have more rotation, they have to be in the most accessible parts of the
inventory.
Of the inventory of the almacén, of the how you call the place where you
warehouse.
The warehouse.
Yes.
So he told me, let's make this business, and I started January 2016 this startup. We hired Oracle to have an important system. It was not exactly Oracle. It was a Logfire Logfire that then Oracle bought it.
Subsidiary of Oracle.
But this Logfire is a WMS, that is a warehouse management system. So we bought a very good WMS that is the base is the most important thing for being efficient in your administration of a warehouse or management of a warehouse. No? And we started that. I was all 2016 there. But this warehouse, we started a warehouse, we rented, was far from Lima, like an hour and a half away from Lima, because of this place it was a very big place of warehouse that they rent these warehouses. So because the business was to be a logistic operator for a lot of brands, we needed the flexibility to rent a place where we can grow fast and not investing too much. So this place where we rented, they have the facility that if I wanted more space, they can give it more quick.
That's smart.
So we went to this place, only that it was a little bit far, but it was convenient for the price and because of the flexibility. And we rapidly around June or July, we were already operating 2016. And we in August we already have one more client. Not only his operations, I start working with the representation in Peru for the cameras GoPro.
GoPro, GoPro. That's pretty cool.
So we started to not only to operate the operation of the logistic operation of these surfwear brands, action sports brands, and jeans brands, also these technology brands that has some particular things, no? But around October or November, I talked to my partner and to my friend and told him this is not what I want to do with my life, because it was consuming me. It was too much hours, weekends, too far away from home. I had, like I told you, I had 3 kids. I have 3 kids at that moment. And that was not life for me. So I told him, I talked to him, and I quit. And because of what I like a lot to do business and to start startups but that was killing me. That was killing me. It's a very hard job, and at the end, when you have like all your managers and a lot of customers and all your team developed is great, but at the beginning you have to be there all the time.
Exactly.
And no weekends, and if you work more, you sell more, or you have more revenues, and you can't say no, I don't want more revenues. What's the first?
Exactly.
So I said to my friend, listen, this is not what I want. I think it's a great opportunity. I think this has a lot of potential. In the first year, we already have one more customer. Go with it. Find another partner. I can't. Sorry, I can't.
Yes.
So I stayed until the end of the year. And in that moment, Martin called me.
Okay.
Martin
is always good.
Martin called me, and he said to me, "Come back. Come back to Edifica." No, and so I am here back since January of 2017, 2 years ago. And he told me I have this idea of making this company that will be responsible of the managing, or the we call it gestión, the relationship and all that has to be all what is all that is related to the investors. Okay. So what I do is I manage the relationship with the investors of the company. And like I told you at the beginning, this company saw the opportunity of growing very fast with investors. That doesn't have changed in all these years. Still this company work almost with investors. Like the investors are the most important piece or a differentiator, or the
like shareholder, like the most important contributor.
And differentiation.
Differentiator, that's a great word. Differentiator.
With other developers.
Yes.
So, and now we have around 500 investors, between 400 and 500 investors, and those investors are key for us because we can be the second developer in the country in sellings, because we can make important projects or buildings because we have the money to make them. To buy properties where we will make the project that costs more than $5 or $6 or $7 million is not because we have that money. It's because we have the power to call investors and lend us that money to buy the. And that's why we like I told, October 2005, we are talking about 12 to 13 years later. We are the second developer of Peru. So that grow in a short time is because Martin started developing this relationship with investors. So what Martin said to me is, listen, now we are not making an alliance with Asafi. Now we are having Asafi, that is core capital. We are making a company that will be specialized in renting the apartments, that is Trendy Hosts. Okay? Because of that, I need a company that will be responsible to offer the investment opportunities to our investors, and will be responsible of the relationship with our investors. So in simple, what I do here with this company is offering the investment opportunities to the investors and manage the relationship with them. Any doubts, any information they have, the develop of the technology or the systems, information systems, where they can see their accounts, see their movements, all the information that they need to know after they make the investments, their returns, the returns that they have of their investments, all the processes of investing or develop or receiving back their money, and all the documents, all the support that you need to give to an investor to make their experience a good experience. That's what we do here. No? So we give this service to the investors, but as well to the development, to Edifica, as well as to the SAFI, no, because the SAFI runs these funds that they need the money, and the money come from investors, and as well to this trendy host that is this property manager, because trendy host as a property manager, they need the properties to administer, to manage. And who give them the properties? We, because our investors are the owners of these properties. So I go to trendy host and I give them 60 or 20 or 40 properties per year. For example, in last year we gave them 60 properties. This year we are giving them around 80 properties. So giving is because we sold these properties and these programs of renting to our investors, and we said to trendy host, listen, these investors and these properties here rent administrator, but the relationship with investor is mine. The same with the funds. We Aldo or Core Capital design a fund that will financiate other developers in the buying of their properties to start the project. They design the fund, they look for the properties where they will invest and lend that money, but then from where is coming the money? From our investors. So Aldo said to me, listen, I need $3 million for our first capital call. For this new fund that I have designed. That is a fund that will lend the money to developers to buy their properties. Perfect. So I go to my investors and and then I will tell you a little bit more of our commercial strategies. But I go to my team, to my commercial team, and to my investors and offer this investment opportunity in a fund that it will be run or administrated by Core Capital. So that's what this company does. So I like to think, because Martin told me that I am important here.
No, definitely.
It's an important function in the group.
Exactly.
Because our investors is like the most important thing we have. Exactly. Without them, without their money, we won't be able to make the projects that we have. So I have a lot of goals, a lot of opportunities in this new startup in this we have how we call retos. I have a lot of how you say when I dare you to do that, but I have these
aspirations or
let's say goals. I have a lot of aspirational goals. With this business, and one of these ones is not to depend on 10 or 20 important investors. To have as many as like a critical mass. No. That whenever the company needs the money, you don't depend on 3 to 5 to 10 investors. You have a lot of investors to ask the money for. So that's what, and also not only to develop this important number of investors, but also to develop the important net of distributors. No, these intermediate, these financial advisors that advise other investors. So if I have a strong relationship with the advisors or the middlemen and with the investors, I will have the strong capability that is important for Edifica, and not only for Edifica, for all the real estate market in Peru, for all the developers in Peru. So what we want with this company is to have an important number of investors, an important number of middlemen, a system that works good for them in information, and also for the middlemen in commissions and rules, clear rules, so that they will feel motivated always to invest with us, and that will be the base to develop not only for Edifica in Peru, but all the real estate development industry in Lima.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why. So there is a big opportunity. Now we have very important plans. We started in 2017. We collocate, or we received $34 million from our investors in 2017. And 2018, that is just finished, we received 51, so from 34 to 51, like a 50% growth. And we want to make more than to pass the $75 million this 2019, and we want to grow around 50% per year. But we need not only our commercial power, but also we need the stock, the offering, right? If we don't have the offering, it won't be possible. So I also have an eye in the commercial area, where I need to work with middlemen and work with my team, my internal team, to give a good service to our investors, so they can refer other customers to us. But also I have one eye in the stock, in the products. So Core Capital can design more funds, so Edifica can give good opportunities to our customers, so that Trendy Host can give more offerings also to our customers. And maybe some alliances. We are making now an alliance with another with an office manager that is not Trendy Host, because Trendy Host is only focusing on living rental, right? But we also have offices for selling. So we found as office manager that is called Comunal, and we are making a deal with them, so we can offer our investors to buy an office, and that will be managed by this Comunal. So that arrangement, I am also pushing that. So I have more to offer, more products to offer to our investors. So that's what is net about. And I work very close with Martin. Martin is the leader of these three new startups or companies inside the group, that it's called Net, Core Capital, and Trendy Host. He was the designer of these companies. In each company he has a leader. I am leading Net. Then Aldo is leading Core Capital, and Valeria is leading Trendy Host. So I also work very close with Aldo and work very close with Valeria. I also work very close with Jorge, Jorge Ruiz, that is the one that leads the development company, Edifica. And I'm also searching for new alliances like this Comunal. These are like my internal customers, and then the investors are also my customers, but from the other side, right? I have a team of 4 investment advisors. That these 4 investment advisors have their
independent,
their customers,
their own customers.
Their own customers. They have around 100 customers each. And they have also an assistant, an investment assistant that helps them with the operating, all the operations. And I have a technology chief, information and technology boss, chief, I don't know, that he's in charge of the information and technology, and he has one person that helps him with the information and technology. And I have one general coordinator, that is the person that coordinates between all the advisors, investment advisors. Coordinates also with product managers in core capital, and that's it. It's a team of 10 people, 9 people.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a small team now. Okay. But we will start to grow when we will gain more customers and more products and our AUM will grow. No, this asset under management number will start growing. No? We have right now around $90 million in asset under management.
Yes.
We want to go to $1 billion. No?
Yeah. Wow, that's ambitious.
in less than 10 years, we want to go to $1 billion. So we will start growing our team accordingly to the growth of our AUM and our. I know how to say the word of when we call it collocation. That is when you bring the money.
Yeah. Like capital calling.
Yeah.
Something like
that. Those numbers I told you was the capital calling amounts.
Yeah.
In 2017, 34 million. 2018, 51, and this year we want to make 75 plus.
Okay.
And that's the capital calling. So what the AUM and the capital calling are like the numbers, and the number of clients, of customers or investors are the numbers that we want to grow fast.
Yes.
And accordingly to those numbers, we will start growing our team as well.
Exactly. That is come together. Yeah. That was very detailed and very clean and clear. It's like the most effective one. So
we have two important goals.
Yes.
One is growth. Okay, we want to grow. In 10 years, we want to administrate more than $1 billion.
Yes.
More than 5,000 customers.
Yes.
This is in 10 years, and we have it detailed per year. What do we want for the next 10 years?
Yeah.
And we also want to be more as efficient and pro as we can. And we have 6 at this moment. We have 6 strategy projects. We call it proyectos estratégicos. That is strategical projects.
Yeah.
And these projects are information and technology is one. The other project is middlemen's.
Okay.
All the rules and the incentives or the commissions for the middlemen. The third one is internal team.
Yeah.
How to keep them capable with all the capacities and with all the professional growth that they need.
Human capital. Yeah.
That's the third one. The fourth one is corporate image and communication to all our stakeholders.
Yes.
To our customers, to our middlemen, to our internal customers that are core capital, to our teammates.
Yes.
No? So that's the fourth, the corporate image and communication. The fifth is what we call the ambassadors projects. That is the project that has these 2 goals. One to make our investors our ambassadors, so they can refer us more investors in an organic way, because they wanted to be promoters or ambassadors. We have called it ambassadors, but it's promoters, and also to keep them as long as possible, like the fidelization. I don't know if that's the word.
Fidelization. Retention.
Yeah. The retention. So not only retention but also promotion.
Promotion. Yeah,
and that's the fifth. That is ambassadors. That's how we call it. And the sixth, the last one is so middlemen's capabilities, human capital, ambassadors, The last one is secondary market.
Secondary market, okay.
Secondary market.
Okay.
Because for us, it's key to develop secondary markets.
Markets, yeah.
Because we have the funds, we have the properties, we have the programs, we have everything that we have. If we deliver, if we develop a secondary market, all the transactions will give us more revenues, because we have revenues for administrate and for the transactions. And so more transactions, more revenues, but mostly because if we demonstrate to our investors that their investments are liquid, that they can sell their positions anytime, because there is a secondary market, they will feel way more confident to invest with us.
Exactly.
The products will be more attractive.
Exactly.
Because then they can sell their position anytime.
Exactly.
So that secondary market is like the sixth strategic project. So we have these 6 projects, and these investment advisors that are 4, the technology chief, that is the 5th one, and we
technology coordinator or technology chief.
I call it technology chief. Not fifth, chief. The technology chief.
Okay.
And the 4 investment advisors, and we have one external consultant, that is Cristina. I think you met her.
Yes.
These 6 persons lead each one of these projects.
Okay.
So one of the investor advisors leads, for example, the middleman project. The other one leads the secondary market project. The chief of technology leads the technology project. Cristina leads the human capital project.
Okay.
So I have one leader per project, and I am like the sponsor of these projects.
Okay.
So we have goals per quarter.
Yes.
And we present our advances, our
I think I know what you're trying to say. I can't remember.
We present what we have achieved.
Achieved.
Per quarter to Martin.
Okay.
And to all the team.
Okay.
And our gainings, our personal gainings, salaries, are also depends also in our strategy projects.
Okay.
Also in the capital calling.
Okay.
In the transactions.
So you get a percentage out of.
A percentage of it,
Okay.
Also we also have a commission that depends on the NPS, that is the Net Promoter Score.
Okay.
And in service. So it's transaction, service, strategic projects, and growth. The growth we control it with the difference per quarter in customers and in AUM. Per group of customers per investment advisor.
Okay.
So I evaluate and pay the salaries to the investment advisors, and I evaluate them because of service with the Net Promoter Score, because of these strategic projects in the project they lead. Because of I also evaluate them with the transactions as a percentage of the capital cost they have, and also in the growth with the difference between per quarters in number of customers and number of AUM per group of we call it cartera, is like the customers they manage.
Okay.
We call it cartera.
But I know what you're saying. My brain is.
So they are responsible of this group of customers that they manage, right?
Okay.
So accounts, I don't know, but per account. So per account. So we have a very detailed and complex compensation program for all the team, even for me as well.
Okay.
So one of the premises of Net is that we don't have too much fixed salaries. Our salaries are a lot depending of these variables that I just told you. So we are very very into our goals, very focused on our goals. And we have also as well a lot of opportunities if we make the growth that we want and the service and all that we pursue. We have opportunities of a good salary.
Exactly.
So we here I think it's a good opportunity for the people here because they can, if they make the effort, they can make a difference also in their revenues, personal revenues.
Exactly. Yeah. No, this is great.
Yeah.
This is great. And just to kind of piggyback on just to kind of clarify again, for the core capital, when you say funds, so the funds is coming from you, right? Because you are the one that is meeting all these investors. Can you just explain how the funds work? Because I saw something like retail funds versus like individual funds versus like a traditional, I think industry fund, or how do you say? Institutional funds, sorry. So what was that application about? Individual fund, retail funds, more. Why does it work better? What was core capital more interested in retail funds than
well, the institutional funds they have more requirements to the funds.
The funds,
So for starting a SAFI, a company that administrates funds, it's easier to start with retail because the retail funds, the retail investors, they have less requirements.
Okay, so you don't have to meet like a $2 million income and stuff like that.
Or you don't have to meet a lot of like, for example, some institutions ask you to have some track record, for example. But not only that, also as a SAFI, maybe you need to administrate an amount that the SAFI doesn't administrate at the beginning because nobody starts with a big amount.
Yes.
Also, maybe you have to have more procedures established and then the SAFI is starting, and so or more people, a more support team. So it's easier, less requirements. Also, one of the other good things about retail is retail investors is that you have more spread the risk.
Exactly.
If you have 100 investors, you don't depend in 2 or 3, right? So if the institution doesn't want to invest with you, you don't know where to go. When you have 100 investors, if one doesn't want, you have another one, and you have like more power because you don't depend in 1 or 2, right?
Exactly.
Also a power of negotiation as well, right?
Yes.
And the other thing is that Edifica have the retail right now. So what Edifica, the strength that Edifica has developed in these years is the retail investors, not the institutional investors.
Okay.
So the opportunity as well. The opportunity was there also.
Exactly.
But I think core capital also will start looking for institutional investors. Eventually.
Yeah. This is great. That's really good. I think that's it. Thank you so much.
No, thank you, Jacob. And listen, you have my email.
Yes.
In my email is my cell phone.
Yes.
Feel free to ask me by WhatsApp or by email.
Yes.
Or call me if you need any more information.
Yes.
I will be glad to let you know.
Yeah.
I think that it's better to focus this conversation in net because it's what is happening right now.
Yes.
I consider myself an entrepreneur because I started the magazine that out of home company that still works.
Yes.
Also, I had this experience that didn't go through. That, for example, this operation, this logistic operation.
Exactly.
I was at the beginning of this also Edifica company,
Exactly.
like I let you know.
Yes.
And I have other experiences in startups.
Yes.
That Martin knows about, everybody here knows about, but they are not related to what you are looking. So I don't want to talk you more about.
No, it's okay.
But like I told you before, these emerging markets people, because their markets less structured, they have a lot of ideas, and they start a lot of things. And people are more creative because it's easier in these markets, more flexible. And because of necessity, right? The government doesn't give you all that other countries have. Like good transportation or health or I don't know, or education. So a lot of people here is very creative to start things because of necessity, because of flexibility. But people here is not as well as prepared as other parts of the world. So they have this drive. They have a lot of creativity, but they usually are not well prepared.
Exactly.
And sometimes it works and sometimes don't. Most of the times, all these startups doesn't work because you don't plan right, you don't have the resources, the experience. Sometimes it works when all get together, like the market, experience, the ability, the idea, the vision, right? Edifica is a success case. All came together, right? Good capabilities, good preparation, MBAs, not from everywhere. We all were professionals. We were engineering, and the market helped us a lot. A lot of drive, no. That's more or less what happens. What happens here. Still, emerging markets are less predictable. Right. Here, the political and the economics and also security and a lot of things are not as predictable and like consolidated markets. But here you have more opportunities. Less competitive markets, so you have more opportunities to make a difference.
Exactly.
And that's more or less what I can see about emerging markets and starting businesses and I think there is a lot of opportunities. I think that if people from other countries like US, like that it's first world, more consolidated markets, wants to help these emerging markets and these startups, they have to help them a lot in planning, strategy, structure, strategy, right? Because the opportunities and the ideas maybe, but then planning, strategy, it's what a lot of these startups lack of, right?
Exactly.
So that's it. The other thing is that in these emerging markets and in Peru is no exception, and maybe it's one of the most informal markets of Latin America, right? Maybe Bolivia, Ecuador, but then all the other Latin American markets are more formal. The Peruvians are very informal. Very informal. So that gives you opportunities as well, because you don't have to pay a lot of taxes at the beginning. You can sell a lot of. You can make business out of the system at the beginning. So that makes you a good start. But then if you are not formal, you can't grow. You can't grow. So you go to a limit, and then you can't go up from there, right? That's one characteristic from and we started well in this development industry, you can't be informal. If you buy a property, it's a formal way to do it, and if you sell a property as well, it has to be formal, right? But when you hire people, or when you at the beginning you hire them, and it's not too formal, right? Because we were kids when we started.
Yeah, exactly.
So, but one of the good things about Edifica right now is that it's 100% formal.
Yes.
In all their ways. And one of the good things about Edifica right now, and that's why I came back 6 years later or 7 years later, is that now the three owners, Martin, Juan Carlos, and Jorge, they have a very important support in a managing level, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So they have managers, important managers for commercial manager, administration manager, a legal manager, project managers, and they have a manager in the Safi, Rizaldo. Then every fund has its manager. Jacinto is the manager of the Edifica's funds. Then Mauricio is the manager for funds for other developers. And all these managers are people with experience and very professional. So we have external directors. We work with EY and Price and all these consulting,
auditing companies.
So it's different now.
Yes.
At that time, 2010, all the decisions were made by the owners. I was one owner, and I am grateful that nothing bad happened. But at that time I didn't feel too safe, right?
Too safe, yeah, exactly.
That's why but I'm here now. I'm okay. So I'm happy now, and I'm happy for my friends that they have done well, and they deserve it because they have worked very hard for a lot of years to have done it.
That's good. No, it seems like your story. I think this is a perfect fit for you right now, based on your experiences, and I think just from the conversation, I can tell you're someone who likes things to be very laid out clearly. I mean, you have the entrepreneurial mindset, but at the same time, you want things to be more formal, more structured, and just the way your office looks like, I can tell. Like you want things to be in order. So I think that has a huge benefit for your position here as the kind of intermediary for all the different stakeholders, but also like the long-term sustainability of the business.
Exactly.
So I think you're a very formidable candidate here.
So it's great that meeting you, Jacob.
Yes.
It's great that you came here. It's a great topic, the one that you are taking. And hope I have been useful.
Yeah, no, definitely. Thank you so much.
No, thank you.
Thank you.